We might as well start from the beginning. So, welcome to Code Channel. I'm Code. We're going to be playing Darius Burst Chronicle Saviors. So I've been playing quite a little bit off, not off stream, but I've been doing like morning streams, of the game, like fairly early morning streams, and I've learned a few things. I beat Hungry Glutton shortly after the last mic stream, so I did these stages here on my morning streams, and I also sat down and I've learned all the differences in the ships, and they kind of break down into 4 groups, I guess. I know this is totally appropriate. Also, happy Valentine's Day, everybody. Because I said it just was not on mic. So all the ships break down into like a couple groups. The first 2, Origin and Second, are like classic Darius ships. I might as well just like go over the ships just for the sake of interest, since I just learned it like today. Origin and Second are basically classic Darius ships. They have no beam. They have no beam weapon. They have no bomb weapon, but they just have really good straight like power. Like, they have a nice wide spread to their shot. They're generally pretty good, but what makes them interesting is because you have no beam to be able to take out bosses and stuff, or bombs. Your straight, like, combo rate for these get, like, a times 60 bonus. Just, like, straight for everything you do. Other ships do not get that bonus of times 60. But because you can't really differentiate your playstyle any, it's just a straight bonus of 60. I think the other ships can potentially get a higher bonus than 60. Hey, Eric. The other ships can potentially get a higher bonus than 60, but it's only in brief instances, and you need to sort of have, like, a knowledge of how to use that ship's abilities to gain a bonus of that, magnitude. Let's see here. I actually did. When I was reading this and learning this, I did bookmark the page, but I think it might be long lost. Oh no, I bookmarked it into the folder where I bookmark everything. It's gone forever. How could I do this? Man, now I'm nervous with the mic now that it's like dipped out once. I hate when that happens. But yeah, so like the other ships that I learned about was Legend, Next, and Formula. The Phantom bookmark. Legend, Next, and Formula all run on the same combo bonus. You can kind of break up the ships based on like their base like multiplier that they get for everything. I believe they all get like a 16 times multiplier. What makes them all interesting is they're all kind of defensive ships. They can place pods, which shoot a laser, which absorb bullets, and kind of can be self-filled based on how many things you're destroying. But they're kind of the game's like sort of middle range ships. They all kind of perform roughly at the same level. So then you have Gaiden and Salt. These two, I think they actually have different bonuses. Let me see. Page is up now. No, Assault's times 16 too. I didn't realize that. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah. That's. I was about to say, are roses pink? Yes, roses can be pink. Of course they can be pink. They can be like any color. Also, good job, double thumbs up. You did the thing. You did the Valentine's Day thing. So, yeah, Gaiden's an interesting ship because it plays like G Darius. It doesn't have. Actually, it does have. I'm trying to think. I think it's actually the one that just has a black hole bomb. No, you can do the beam too. You can do the beam too with this one. But its multiplier is actually times 24, so it's actually higher than Legend Next, and Formula. Hey, Keed. So bye. I'm going over the ships and all their differences right now, which I just learned about this morning. And Assault, 3 out of 10. Man, harsh critics in the chat. And Assault is interesting because it also has a bomb, but it's like a mixture of a beam and a bomb. There's no other ship like Assault. It's also times 16, so it technically fits in the group with Formula, Next, and Legend. But Assault's interesting because it plays a little bit different. You have like a mixture of a beam and bomb, I guess, which you can use to like challenge boss beams, but it works slightly different. So it's kind of like the unorthodox other ship out of these 4. Like I said, Gaiden is times 24 multiplier, and Second and Origin are times 60 multiplier. So you can see like how the scale difference between those ships is. A base multiplier of times 60 is a lot on everything. Legend, Next, Formula, and Assault all have a base multiplier of times 16, but they also increase their multiplier by doing certain things, like blowing up sets with your beam or whatever, things like that. So, you know, it's interesting, and that's useful knowledge, because you can go in knowing that it's like, particularly if you're playing AC mode, it's kind of useful because it's like, you know, you might prefer the more simplistic ships for that because it might be a little bit harder to work out how to use the beams. So the last 2 ships I didn't talk about were Genesis and Murakumo. These 2 are interesting because they're the most different ships, but they also have the lowest base multipliers. Actually, I might be wrong about that. I believe Murakumo, if I am not wrong. Actually, I don't think it wasn't listed on this page what its multiplier was. But I believe Murakumo is actually a base multiplier of times 17, but your bonuses that you can increase your multiplier by are smaller than what Legend, Next, Formula, and Assault are. So it's a little different. It's clearly one of the best ships in the game, though. This and Genesis, you pretty much don't have to time your boss like beam for countering a boss's beam attack. You don't have to time it at all. They're very, very strong ships. They have little side bits that follow the ship. Murakumo has 4. Genesis has 2. By pressing your pod button, you can change the arrangement of them from widespread to narrow shot to trail. And they both work like that. When you use your beam, it spends the bits, but you get them back as you fill up your bar. Now, what's interesting is Murakumo is only available in CS mode. It's not available in AC mode. To my knowledge, maybe you can unlock it, but at least right now, I don't think you can unlock it. Genesis, though, is available in AC mode, and it is a really, really good ship. This is probably my favorite ship outside Murakumo. Murakumo I just like because of the fact that you can adjust your like pod shape and stuff, or your bits on the sides. So it just adds an extra layer of what formation am I going to run for each pattern, and I like that because it's reminiscent of other space shooters I like. Okay, yeah, Genesis is times 17 too. That's really interesting. But, okay, yeah, you get a lot less multiplier bonuses. So the score probably for Genesis and Murakumo is going to be lower than what you get on Assault and the other ones, Legend Next, and Formula. But anyways, so that's interesting stuff. I was reading quite a little bit about it. But yeah, so in my morning streams, I was able to build up enough points. I have enough points for the Murakumo right now, and I kind of want to buy it because it's super good. But I'm kind of torn between it and Genesis. Genesis is like the ship that's you could practice because it's a ship that you could run in AC mode. So it's like there's that extra benefit of this is a good one to use because this one's only really available in CS mode. I'm tempted. I don't know which one I should buy. Yeah, I think Genesis is the better one, just to get used to it for AC mode at the very least. CS is pretty fun though. Yeah, AC training is good. The thing is, I could chalk the AC training up till I can buy Murakumo, so I might go with Genesis. So let's buy it. Yay, we bought Genesis. So when you buy a ship, this is the interesting part, because I know I didn't know this until I bought a ship and how it works, but basically how it is before you go into a mission, let's say, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter which mission we do. But you can choose how many points to put into each weapon system, and that's how many points it's going to cost to launch the ship for this one mission, which I think is actually really cool. It's a really good way to do it. It gives use to the points. It also adds stakes to going into a mission, so it's like, oh, if I want to, go really expensive, if I, bite the dust really early, I wasted a bunch of points. So there's like incentive to do good and to play through your whole set. If you just exit out, you've spent your points. So I think it's actually a really, really nice touch. It's an interesting idea. I don't know if doing missions with a selected ship counts towards your score. I don't think it does, because I've gotten my high score here with, I believe, one of the base ships, but it didn't upload it. So I think you can only set scores with the preset ships, which is, it's fair, but it's just kind of, it undermines a little bit of the select ship, unfortunately. Personally, I would have liked it to have recorded it, and then just add that extra layer of strategy of what ship is the best layout for each stage. It just adds an extra layer of thinking to it, to me, like, in my opinion. So anyways, let's pick up and do a stage. Enough talking